Welcome everyone to number 5. This is 16 minutes of great core workout. We're not doing any crunches, so we do respect your spine, your back health. Start by simply running on the spot, very light, just to warm up your muscles, to increase your heart rate, to increase your body temperature. I want you to be really light on your feet. If you can't do high impact, you can also just walk on the floor, but I do want you to engage your arms and shoulders. If you know me, you know that I really want you to turn those shoulders to start engaging your core. So if we don't do crunches, what do? We do a lot of plank exercises, front, side, back planks. We also do a lot of standing core work because balance poses are one of the best ways to train your core. And no worries, we want to get those six packs going. Continue with the workout and start doing some crab lift. So get on the floor into reverse tabletop position. So get the feet parallel, hip width apart, bring those hands on the ground, and then simply lift your hips all the way up as much as you can. Make sure to not hold your shoulder girdles. So I do want you to smile with those collarbones. Bring those shoulder bags back along the back side of your body, and then just keep the neck long, pushing the crown of your head backwards and then lifting those hips up. Make sure that your knees do not come too far forward. So in the up position, I do want your knees to be over your ankles. Wonderful. So that was just the warm-up. So now we're going to start working those abs. So in crab position with the hips lifted, I want you to diagonally grab or simply touch your toes. So this is, if you want so, a crunch in the air, but we're not compressing the upper body because we're hovering. How amazing is that? So come back into that crab position every time and then crunch forward in the air as much as you can. You can bend the lifted leg if a straight leg is not possible for you, but do try to touch those toes, or if you want to go further, try to touch the ankle or even your heel. Hey, here we go. I'm aware we're working a lot of shoulders here, so I'm trying to even out right now by lying back on the floor. So this is a no crunch, so the upper body stays on the floor, head and shoulders stay on the ground. We're simply stretching out those legs without touching the ground. So from that tabletop position, knees bent 90 degrees, knees over your hips, simply stretch out one leg and then come back into that bent position. Make sure every time you're coming back to not curl too much and bring those knees in too far. Knees stay over your hips and then stretch out. If you do want to make this a little bit harder, you can start to stretch the legs out a bit more and not bending them. But be aware, we do have a workout coming here, so don't be afraid to not work enough. Here we come, side planks. Start on the right side, so you're pushing your right elbow into the ground, then lift up into that side plank and push those hips up. To make it harder, you can bring the upper hand right into your hip. To make it a little bit easier, you can extend the upper arm overhead alongside your ear, and this will just push your weight a little bit upper, so you have more weight on your shoulder and a little less weight on your legs. You can also extend the arm up all the way into the sky. So keep pushing those hips up. We're working the side obliques here. So this will make your waistline narrower, making you a really nice shaped belly from the sides. And what will we do with just one nice shaped side belly? We do want the other side too. So turn around, get the left elbow onto the ground, Sphinx position here with the arms, so the forearm is resting and the hand is resting on the floor. Bring those feet one on top of the other and keep lifting. Now the other side. This is great for the sides. So if you do have a six-pack, you might have a nicely shaped front, but you do also want to have these edges on the sides, which we're getting with the oblique muscles. So we're doing 360 degrees workouts here, front, side, back, up, down, everything. Standing, lying, hovering, planking. This is a full core workout from all sides. Keep pushing up. One more. Wonderful. Come back into your plank position. So this time we're on the hands. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Bring those hips shoulder height. And then come forward with the same leg 2 times. 2 knees here. 2 knees. Come back to plank. 2 knees. Back to plank. 2 knees. Come back to plank. So it's knee, knee, and back. Knee, knee, and back to plank. If you do want to make it a little bit harder, you can do single knees and start jumping a bit. What I want you to do though is control your belly, pull the navel in, narrow those hip points, and make sure that the hips don't go higher up than your shoulders. Embrace the core, keep the spine long, no compressing here, long spine all the way to the crown of your head. That was wonderful. You can have a down dog here if you want to for 6 more seconds, and then we're going all the way to the next version of the leg stretch. Come onto your back, again, shoulders and head stay on the ground, then extend the arms over your shoulders, and now diagonally extend the arms and the legs. You can do the intermediate version here by keeping the knees bent in that tabletop position when you're coming back, or you can already try the advanced version with the legs straight. So your choice. The advanced version is coming anyhow later, so don't you worry. Breathing rhythm. Exhale when you're extending arm and leg, pulling the navel in, inhaling when you're coming back. Exhaling, extending, pulling the navel in, contracting your core, and inhaling, coming back. Fantastic. A little bit higher side plank here. On the hand, a little bit of a twist because we're lifting the upper leg. So come onto your right hand, come into a side plank. Make sure to keep your balance, and then lift the upper leg as high as you can. Push the bottom hand firmly into the ground, descending the shoulders. I don't want your shoulder to reach your ear. I want a lot of space between your shoulder and your ear. So a nice shoulder girdle here, long neck, pushing the crown of your head away from you, and the heel and outer foot firmly into the ground. Hips are not dipping low, they stay up, and then just keep moving this upper leg as high as you can. You're doing fantastic. Want to change side? Or shake it a bit? You got 6 more seconds to get into position on the left hand into that high side plank. So now press the left hand into the ground, left heel outer edges press into the ground, and then lift those hips up into one line, foot, hip, shoulder in one line. One secret option here, if you can't have your wrist holding your weight for that long, you can also go down onto your elbow, of course, at any time. I was just showing you that variation here, secretly from the side. Very good, but keep having your hips up, keep lifting your leg, and keep breathing. You do want to bring your navel in, narrow your hip points. Wonderful, relax. Come back into your plank position, hands underneath your shoulders, long neck, and then bring those hips up, shoulder height. Now this is a little bit of a variation. We're pulling the knee in, extending the leg backwards, pulling the knee back in, and then releasing down. So knee in, extend, knee in, down. Knee, extend, knee, down. Knee, extend, knee, down. If you do want to make this a little bit slower, you can, but try to pick up the pace because the movement is also pushing it out of balance, making the belly work more. So you're basically working with your core muscles against the momentum that you're creating with your leg movement. So go at a steady pace and as fast as you can. It's knee, extend, knee, put down. Fantastic. Relaxing your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists a little. Come lying down onto your belly. Pushing the chest and the forehead into the ground. Just lifting the legs, rotating those legs out, and then beat those heels. This exercise is called heel beats from Pilates. So we're exercising here our front body extension because we're lifting the legs, still contracting the core, so not going out of shape entirely. But this is mostly a glute and adductor exercise. So a little bit of a release here for the core muscles, but don't let go entirely. Still narrow your waistline, narrow your hip points, sucking that navel in a little bit and keep beating those heels, turning those legs out. Fantastic. Giving you a little bit of a fun exercise here. We did that in previous number 4 as well. So you should be knowing what you do. Start on the belly, lifting arms and legs, and then shift onto one side, hold for a second, and then come turning over the belly onto the other side. Hold for a second. Don't hold your breath though. I know this is a lot of contraction for the belly, for the legs. You feel like you're contracting everything and still maybe it doesn't work. So don't despair. This is all about kicking you out of balance, giving your body something new to do. The body needs to adapt to something very wobbly here. So we're engaging the core, we're engaging our intrinsic muscles to adapt to that new movement. Surprising yourself. And here we go, as promised, the advanced version of the bicycle. So this time we're all trying to extend the legs and the arms. So legs extend over the hips, arms extend over the shoulders, and now diagonally reach out. Reach the arms behind your head and reach those legs down without ever touching the floor. Shoulders and head stay down on the ground, but not your lower back. So you still want to have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. Still bracing your core, but not crunching and making your core smaller, but making your core longer. So every time you exhale, make sure you're not getting compressed, but you're getting longer. So extend the spine all the way into the crown of your head and all the way down to your tailbone. You did so well. We deserve a little bit of a stretch of the front line. 2-3 more stretches. So grab your right foot. We are stretching the front line, especially the quadriceps, but I do also want you to push your hips forward. So push the hips forward, open that chest, lift the chin, lift the gaze all the way to the horizon, and I'll try to push those hips a little bit further. If you're a yogi, you can also go into something like a dancer, that's shifting forward on your leg with the upper body, maybe even parallel to the floor, and lifting that leg even higher. If you're not familiar with the dancer, don't do it. Just extend the front body here. Doing the other side too. So release, shake it out a little bit, then come into standing quad stretch onto the right leg, grabbing the left foot. Try to grab the foot near the ankles. You're not stretching over the foot, bending the foot in or out, but grabbing the ankle here or as close to the ankle as possible. Then keeping those legs parallel. So the knees are as close as possible, and then extend the front of the body. Maybe even open your shoulders, make those collarbones smile, descending the shoulder girdle, lifting your chin, lifting the gaze. Don't look down, look somewhere nice, look at the horizon, and relax your breathing rhythm. We get one more stretch here. And we're basically stretching what we worked a lot. This is the side body to make sure you're staying long. So stay parallel, pushing the heels, outer edges and the big toe mount into the ground. And then lifting the crown of the head, grab one hand, bend to one side, come back up into standing, grab the other hand, bend to the other side. And don't lose contact with the ground, so keep both heels firmly pressed into the ground, thinking directions here. So the legs, the feet push down into the ground while the arms are reaching out overhead, elongating the whole side body. I hope you're feeling great. There's more to come, so get ready here for number 6, and I hope I'll see you there. Bye!